program. I want to recognize our selection committee this year. We had 7 great people who gave 2 days, actually more than 2 days, 2 days of interviews and class visits, and then a lot more time in reading portfolios. So I want to thank them, and if they'll just come up here as I call their name. Ron Hunley. From Bethel Middle School, and then Jim Harley-Francis from our school board. Yes. Lisa Brown, who is our community member, and she couldn't be here today. Elisa Glantz. Jeff Haney. Christy Blackburn, our last year's Teacher of the Year. And Jill Chambers, our Principal of the Year. Again, I just want to say thank you guys for all your hard work, and they got everything in on time and did a great job. And Mr. Haney is going to say just a few words about the process.
Jenny asked me to bring my notes, what I learned from the Teacher of the Year, so here's my notes that I brought to speak from. What I learned from the Teacher of the Year. What I learned, I learned 3 things. Number 1, teachers, I know that you know your stuff. I learned that. You know your stuff. Wow. I took a couple of notes. I learned that I overcook every hamburger that I've ever grilled. 155, temperature matters. I learned that about focal points, perspectives, and a balance of view when you're looking at a picture. I tried painting when I was younger, and I wouldn't have passed this class. I now know that Knuffle Bunny made it from the laundromat. That was a big thing. That was one of the stories we heard, and we could not wait to hear what happened to Knuffle Bunny. But the big thing I learned, well, not the big thing, one of the other things I learned was that middle school boys and girls are different. I observed a class where they were discussing the 1960s and culture, and they were comparing the Beatles and Elvis. So I just want to do a real quick poll. Who in here would pick the Beatles over Elvis? Raise your hand.
Every time.
Who in here would pick Elvis over the Beatles? You all think just like middle school kids. It's amazing. I learned that the boys liked the Beatles. Guess who the girls liked? Elvis. He's still the king. The girl, same thing right here. The second thing I really learned was your classroom's fun. Every classroom we went in was fun. They were using technology. They were using different ways to teach. But everybody was having fun, from the students to the teacher and to us. We had fun in the classrooms. You did a great drawing in one of the classrooms that we were in. And I also learned that teaching's a calling. It's a gift. You know, some of you in your portfolios talked about getting called in elementary school. Some of you, it was later. Some of you got to call much later. One teacher stated that she was in college studying one discipline and noticed that there were several elementary education students in her dorm. She listened to the conversations revolving around their passion for teaching, and I quote her, "So I changed my major to education in hopes that this gift that so many knew they were born with would wash over me." So I just want to thank you for letting me personally come into your classroom. I just want to tell you how much we learned from y'all. You all are awesome. Y'all do a great job, and it is an honor to be in Haywood County with y'all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Haney. Thank you, committee. Now I'm going to ask Christy Blackburn to come back up here, who is our 17-18 Teacher of the Year and is a great representation of the awesome teachers that we have in our class, and we have been so happy for you to represent us.
I just want to take a moment to say what an honor it has been this past year.
being named last year was something far from my idea of what would happen. So this year's just been kind of one of those, you know, I hope I remember every moment because it's been a really amazing year. I really have enjoyed this time to reflect and think about my own teaching, but what I've enjoyed more is the idea that I've been able to witness to amazing people that are teaching each and every day. And I remember thinking after this day last year that I couldn't wait until the moment where I got to go see next year's Teachers of the Year, because it gives me goosebumps. I've got them now. Last week, I've said it often, it was a spiritual experience for me. It was a rejuvenation, and I am so grateful that I had a chance to be a part of it. I also noticed while doing all of these things that we have something, while we're very different in how we give our kids our knowledge, how we present it, we are all very common in that we share passion. Passion is something that I was bowled over by last week, that I see daily at my school, and I was lucky enough to see across our county. So I want to just finish by saying that the group of people that we're here honoring today, the passion that I saw them not only for their students, but for the relationships they build with the teachers in their buildings and their schools, because let me tell you, there is some serious passion out there for their co-teachers, the children that they have, but also for the profession. And I agree with Mr. Haney in saying that it is a calling, and that I love that our profession is a calling. And so it makes me very proud to be an educator in Haywood County Schools. So I am grateful for all of you Teachers of the Year, and I'm excited for what's to come. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Christy. Now Dr. Nolte is going to come up and read a few words about our Principal of the Year.
Jill, if you want to come on up, I'll talk about you on the way. How's that? So, what can you say? Principal of the Year. She is a great educator, has a great background, knows almost everything there is to know about elementary education. A lot of times when we huddle together to talk about the way we're going to do something new from the state, one of the people we grab is Jill. She's also very determined, and I just don't think I'll ever see her in a setting where she's not going to be successful. She's just decided ahead of time that it's going to work. Many of you know this. She became the principal at Riverbend Elementary School, and it was already a National Blue Ribbon school. And she went in and started doing a good job, and she had a tremendous staff turnover. Great people left, new students came, by all accounts students who are a little bit more difficult than they were in the past, and she just knew that her test scores were going to go down, and of course they did not. They did not because she and the staff worked really hard together. They were very serious about students learning, and lo and behold, it was a National Blue Ribbon school again. So you are certainly a great example of the great principals that we have and great leaders that we have in the district, and I'm glad that you're here with us and appreciate you every day, even when you're fussing at me.
I had actually forgotten about that part. I was so focused on talking about this experience. And so, hello everyone. I don't want to be up here too long because this is about the teachers and because we are video live streaming. But for just a moment, I do want to thank you for one of the most rewarding experiences of my entire career. Through this process, I was able to visit every classroom in our system in 2 days. I was given the privilege of seeing dynamic teaching in action And more than anything, this process has renewed my spirit about what's happening in Haywood County Schools. I'm hopeful for the children coming up, including my grandchildren. It was exciting to see. I was overwhelmed. I realize that great teachers like you do put negative teaching issues to the side and come in each and every day with a focus on the kids. I saw firsthand patience and passion and rigor and love and support and encouragement. Our schools are happy and exciting places to be, and for this reason I thank you. The more time I spend in education, it's 27 years now, I realize how hard the job has become. Teaching and caring for children and teenagers is extremely taxing. I know you people spend endless hours and brain energy on our kiddos, and I realize that you give your valuable quality time. Part of your life, you sacrifice that for our students. The interviews and the portfolios made me feel like I know you even more. I know that each one of you brings hope to our students. You expect great things from our students, and therefore we expect great things from you. I have greater clarity about what my position is. My job is to enable you to empower your students. It's to get out of the way, give you the supplies that you need, and to let you teach. I want to give you this example of the difference in my mind between average and gifted, because I think every one of you in this room are gifted teachers. I think an average person could learn to play the piano, but a gifted person like Beethoven or Mozart, they make you stop, listen, stand in awe, and that's what each of you did for me during this process. So I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you 100 times over. It has been an honor and a privilege, and our kids have a bright future and are very blessed because of you. So thank you again.
Almost forgot. So on behalf of Haywood County Schools, we want to present you with the Principal of the Year for 18-19 plaque, which you can display prominently somewhere. And then there's this green thing in an envelope that I'm sure will be really interesting.
I can't wait to show my daddy. Thank you.
Parker, Dr. Nolte, Dr. Putnam, and Mr. Francis to come join us. We will recognize each teacher of the year, and when you come up, if you'll stand up here so we can make your picture as you receive your gift.
Who's on first?
Good afternoon. I just want to say, I'm so proud of each and every one of you, just briefly, but I only know one thing for sure about Teachers of the Year as a group. I've never seen one in all my years that they haven't loved children the most. And so that is what's important. I know every one of you, I may not know you personally, but I know you love the kids. And I don't know how, if you're born in Haywood County or you got here, I just want you to know, I am so glad you're here. I'm so glad you chose Haywood. It is a special place. I know everyone in this room knows that, so thank you. And the other thing is, some of the Teachers of the Year, like I taught them, and I hadn't gotten older, so I don't know what happened. I was looking at the list going, oh my gosh, I have these kids. So I love all y'all, and congratulations to you. First of all, Courtney Myers, Bethel Elementary. This is one of them.
Right there, picture.
Next, Julie Green, Bethel Middle School. Deborah Brown, Canton Middle School. Bronson Gross, Central Haywood High School. Sophie Spurrier, Clyde Elementary School. I'm new at this, so I don't know what this is going to be. Okay, and congratulations to Brian Bumfield, Haywood Early College. Rebecca Wilson, Hazelwood Elementary School. Another one. Kathy Swanger, Jonathan Valley Elementary.
Haley Prince, Junaluska Elementary School. Courtney Smith, Meadowbrook Elementary. Valerie Geyer, North Canton Elementary. Callie Rogers, Pisgah High School. Leslie Buchanan, Riverbend Elementary. Stephanie Key, Tuscola High School. Casey Roberts, Waynesville Middle School. So now Dr. Putnam is going to announce our two runners-up from the levels of the other two levels. And the runner-up gifts are already in your basket, just to know that. I do want you to come up here and get your picture made, please.
They had to include me somehow, so I kept it short. I just wanted to say also, what a great privilege, and lots of very deserving candidates, and we're thankful and grateful for each of you. Our runner-up from middle school, one of my favorites, because she had my daughter and did a great job with her and was so good to her, and I really got to see my daughter grow under her tutelage, Julie Grant. Okay, Miss Barker's making me say that she had her daughter. And the next runner-up from the high school level, Stephanie Kia.
So now Dr. Nolte is going to come and introduce our Teacher of the Year.
This may require glasses. Before I announce the Teacher of the Year, I just want to say one of the things that I like to tell principals and central office folks is that our people are our greatest resource. And I'm not just saying that, I mean that. Some of them are nodding, going, yeah, I've heard him say that before. It really doesn't matter if you have the best buildings or the best resources or the best framework or even the most talented students. If you don't have people to work with them and protect them and feed them and get them to school on time and love them every day. I heard the word passion a good bit earlier during the day from several people who are up here. And I really believe that's indicative of all of you. And our Teacher of the Year for the coming year is a great representative of that. One of my greatest pleasures working in the school system is to be able to go out and stick my head in a classroom, sometimes sit down in the classroom and see what's going on. And I have been in the new Teacher of the Year's classroom, and it is a wonderful place and is very representative of a lot of teachers that we have in our school district. So I read through the portfolio, and just a couple comments really struck home with me because I know they're indicative of the new Teacher of the Year, but I also know that they are also indicative of many of our teachers. It's really the reason we are such a good school system and we have so much success academically and extracurricularly. So in the portfolio, the new Teacher of the Year wrote, "I've always harbored a love and passion for children." Excuse me, I don't get choked up much, but I think only one other time in 34 years, and that's when they named me superintendent. But this is really the heart of it. It really is. And this teacher exemplifies this as well as many of the rest of you in the room. "I've always harbored a love and passion for children, and I have constantly delighted in witnessing them grow and develop in ways that help them become productive members of society. I especially feel this way about children in elementary school because they are constantly taking their first step into a new frontier of learning." Later in the portfolio, the person wrote, "I never fully realized how much of a difference I made in my students until the end of my first year of teaching when we got to the last day of school." And for those of you who have taught a while, you know what that's like. That's gut-wrenching for a lot of us. She didn't write that, but I had to add that. "I remember how all of my students brought me cards and gifts and notes and even flowers to show how much they appreciated and enjoyed their experiences in my classroom. It was not until the first time I had to say goodbye to a classroom of students that I fully realized the difference my instruction and influence made in their educational development, and I would say probably in the development of their lives." It is very much an honor for me at this time to announce that the new Haywood County Schools Teacher of the Year is Haley Primus.
There was no way in the world, because I'm among so many great teachers from Haywood County. So I did prepare, because if you know anything about me, I am a prepared person. It's an honor and a privilege to be here among some of the best teachers in Haywood County schools. I know that this achievement would not be possible without the support of central office, administration, Junaluska, parents, and most of all, my students. I would also like to thank the Teacher of the Year Committee for all the work they do in the process of choosing a countywide Teacher of the Year. I would like to thank my husband for his love and support all throughout my teaching career, my family for all of their encouragement, and my Junaluska family for making me into the teacher that I am today. I consider this a great honor, and I look forward to representing Haywood County Schools as the Teacher of the Year for the county. Thank you again.
Congratulations to all of you. Thank you for everything you do every single day, and that's for everyone in the room who's an educator in Haywood County Schools. We are so thankful for you, and I know we've said that over and over, but we really do mean it sincerely from the bottom of our hearts that we are just so appreciative for all that you do. So thank you for coming today, and if you are a Teacher of the Year, if you'll just make your way out to the back deck for a picture. Have a great day and a great weekend.